Yo, welcome back to your daily dose. I'm your host, Alize, and this is a daily dose where you already know we stay doing the most. Um, well, I actually changed it. It's called the Zay Way. Uh, I'm in between titles right now. I'm trying to figure out what I wanted. I might change it back to the daily dose of Alize. I think that's really hard, actually. But I do want to let you guys know I'm going on this journey with myself right now of really truly forgiving myself and forgiving myself for things that I have done and for, not allowing myself to communicate my needs and to, allow people into my life that, trigger the unhealed parts of myself. And I just got done doing a Ho'oponopono meditation. I wonder if I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar with that, a Ho'oponopono meditation. It actually was very helpful. I decided to journal it in my journal. So I decided that I'm going to start sharing to y'all my personal journaling. So for anyone who needs any type of help or feels like, you need pick me up or you just need some motivation, just know that, I hope this really does help y'all. So without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and share with y'all what the meditation and how the meditation, helped me see things. So after completing the Ho'oponopono meditation, I noticed during it my parents came to mind. But then I had to ask myself who I wanted to forgive the most, and that's me. I have hurt myself by putting myself in situations where I knew weren't any good for me and hoping to find love and receive the validation I wanted. I had really looked at myself, the child me, teen me, and adult me. They all have a pattern, trauma. Truth is, I have not fully forgiven myself. I was not perfect then, and I'm not perfect now. Then I knew no better, but now I do. I'm truly sorry for not being there for me, for loving me, and realizing how dope I really am, rather being emotionally unavailable and neglecting my needs and my wants. I've chased and chased and chased, and no longer can I do that anymore. I've become second best because that's how I feel. That's what I have projected, but none of that is true. I'm not second best. I'm first best and chosen always. Because I'm taking the very first step to seeing that there are parts of me where I need work. And believe not to be the best. And I believe not to be the best, but is that really true? Am I really ugly? Not good enough? Stupid? Slow? Dumb? No, I'm not. Those thoughts don't belong to me, and I no longer claim that part of me. That's not a part of who I am. Those thoughts, feelings, and emotions were created because of my trauma. Now that I'm aware and I'm at the root of the problem, I can work at it every day. Patience, understanding, and knowing it takes time, but starting is better than not starting at all. So, this is really deep for me because a lot of us fear rejection. Okay? A lot of people, we don't like rejection. And we feel like when we get rejected or, we feel like we're not wanted. And that's me expressing to myself that, you assuming these things about yourself. You have to ask yourself, are these things really true? If you notice, I said I thought I was second best because I put myself in situations where I have allowed people to make me feel that way. And it's not so much the fact of wanting the person, It's so much more of the fact of wanting the validation and receiving it and knowing that, yeah, someone else thinks I'm cute. Someone else thinks I'm attractive. Someone else wants me. But when we don't want ourselves, how will the next person want us? This meditation is powerful. It will really open your eyes, and it'll definitely help you to see that there are parts of you that you must be willing to accept. Because if you don't accept yourself, no one else is going to accept you. And none of us is second best. We're all first best in our own way. Just like we're all unique in our own way. We're all beautiful in our own way. And I have to tell myself that no, I'm not ugly. Because these are things that I used to believe. These are things that I used to feel. These were the thoughts that would constantly come into my mind over and over and over again. All because I thought I got rejected. But where does that rejection really come from? I felt I was rejected from my parents. I felt I was rejected from my family. So when I was rejected constantly from other people and by other people, that's because I had this belief that was caused by trauma. And I had this negative belief that if my parents reject me, then the rest of the world will. So I'm not good enough. But that is not true. It's not true. Because I'm more than good enough. And so are you. The most important relationship is with self. And if you don't have that relationship with yourself, then you're going to be at war with yourself. And the truth is, I don't want to be at war with myself. I don't want to have this constant reminder of who I was rather than truly accepting where I am right now and really knowing that I have grown and I have changed, and there's parts of me that I still do have to work on. And there's also other parts where I accept myself. And I don't need the validation from another individual to make me feel whole. I'm not saying that validation, a little validation here and there doesn't matter, but at the end of the day, is it really needed? Do I really need to be in a relationship to feel like I'm accepted? Do I really need a woman to tell me I'm beautiful in order for me to already feel, or in order for me to really feel that way about myself? These are things I ask myself, because if I'm always focusing on other people's validation, if I'm always focusing on other people's thoughts and feelings of how they feel about me, I'm never going to love myself. Because I'm going to have this constant reminder that if someone doesn't tell me that I'm good enough, then I'm not good enough. But I have to make the decision and tell myself that I am more than good enough for anything and anyone. And that just because these things happened to me as a child, just because these things happened to me as a teen, and this pattern kept reoccurring, doesn't mean that I can't change it. It doesn't mean that it's too late. It's really understanding and getting to the root of the problem, because rejection goes a long way. And like they say, rejection is protection. And when you're manifesting, if you feel you're second best, then you're going to keep manifesting being second. If you really, truly believe that you are second best, you're going to keep bringing that into your reality. And it's about making a decision. Which side do you want to be on? Because I don't want to be on the side where I'm feeling like I'm not good enough. I want to be on the side where I know my worth, I know my value, and I know what I bring to the table. And I know that I don't need anyone to make me feel whole. Because a relationship is not a necessity. It's not something that we need. Now, I've heard that relationships are needed for as socializing and stuff like that, but I'm talking about, do we really need to be in a committed relationship with someone, or to be with that individual that we want to manifest in order to feel good? Is that really going to change things? Is that really going to change the relationship that we have with ourselves? It's not. Because we're going to constantly keep projecting that we're not good enough. Even if that person sees us as being good enough for them, we're going to constantly keep projecting that we're not good enough. Because we don't feel good enough ourselves. And if we don't feel good enough ourselves, then that's what we're going to put out into the world. And that's what's going to mirror back to us. And it's going to be a reflection. So, try that meditation. See how you feel afterwards. And I'm going to keep doing it every day. I actually have an inner child meditation that I'm going to do tomorrow for about 10 minutes and allow myself to really heal, because it's time to forgive self. I've made mistakes. I've given up on myself a lot in the past. And I've been emotionally unavailable to me, not checking in on how I feel, always checking in with others, always making sure others are okay, but I never made sure I was okay. I never looked at myself because I was neglecting me. And that's the reason why the pattern keeps on going. Because I'm still not changing the relationship with self. So I'm taking the very first step. And I believe this meditation was an eye-opener. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video.